for step 30, attaching propeller shaft B, the rear. Well, we're going to do the same thing like we did in the other ones, where we've got this little MB9 screw pin that's going to be attached, and it's a tiny thing, which will be attached using the Allen key, going through the propeller shaft and into the joint on the other side. Now, what I've discovered is you might say, well, how far do I screw this pin into? Well, if you screw the pin all the way down so that the threaded lock is level or below, the pin will actually go through the other side of this. So it will be fine. I looked at it because I think it would be good to get that pin all the way into the other side of the propeller joint just to make sure that it's actually nice and secure. But I'll show you in a second what I mean by that. So I'll set everything up and we'll put this on. So before we actually attach the propeller shaft to the joint, I want to show you something. If you were to grab your screw pin and your Allen key, you're going to see that if we were to put this on just as it is, you'll notice that it doesn't go all the way to the other side. And I think the screw pin itself needs to attach to the other side somehow. Like obviously it's only being screwed into the one side, but we want it all the way through. Now you can see it will go all the way through once it's screwed in. And once the threaded side is all the way level, most of that pin is going to make its way into the other side of the propeller shaft. But if you want to go a little farther so that it's a little lower than being level, you can do that too. So just as an example, I'm going to do this by, we're going to actually attach it now. I'm going to find, we've got our joint, this hole right there. We're going to put that on. Just make sure I've got this the way I want it. Yeah, either way, we're going to put that on. We're going to put the screw pin in and all the way through. And now I'm going to spin it on. In fact, I'm going to have to hold it differently, but let's do it this way for now. Let's just spin this in. And you see, I have that pretty much level, so it is secure, and that pin should have made its way to the other side, which you sort of can see, it is there. But the one thing you could do, if you wanted to, is spin this a little further so that it's deeper into the hole. Do it this way. So you see I've gone a little bit farther into the propeller shaft, so it's a little lower than the level with it, but the pin itself should have made its way all the way to the other side, or most of it, so that you know, and you can tell that it's the way it's sitting in there, that it actually is into this side of the plastic. So now I would consider that to be much more secure than if you just put it to the surface and screwed it into where it's level. So I'm good with that. So that is step 30. So we can move on to now step 31 and attach the front axle housing to the chassis. So this is kind of cool.